Hello and welcome to the Fourth Wall Podcast. I am your co-host, Matthew Calhoun. Please check us out at our website at www.thefourthwall.co and please enjoy the podcast.
Are you not entertained?
Great Scott. You're a wizard, Harry.
Water strong, isn't it?
This is Peppy. All barrel roll. Fire barrel roll.
I am the Super Saiyan Son Goku!
It's me, Mario.
Stop, would you kindly?
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Fourth Wall Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Calhoun. Along with me is Matt Parker and Braden Cole. We are doing another segment called My Movie's Better. We've done this before, and so we hope you guys enjoy this. Our topic today is kind of best movie speech or best line and stuff like that. So we don't have many fights today, so this will be a shorter episode. Hopefully. Since we've been doing some pretty long ones. But
we get pretty passionate.
We hope you guys enjoy this. Please subscribe to us. Check us out at our website. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and jump into this best movie speech, and I'm gonna start this round. Braden will be judging as per usual. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start. My best movie speech is from The Great Dictator. It's said by Charlie Chaplin. It goes, "I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone, if possible. Jew, Gentile, black, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there is room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost that way. Greed has poisoned men's hearts, men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery has given abundance, that gives abundance, has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these intentions cries out for the goodness of men, cries out for the universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men and women and little children, victims of the system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is not but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators will die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourself to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to drink, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. Only the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty." In the 17th chapter of St. Luke, it is written, "The kingdom of God is within man. Not one man, nor a group of men, but in all men. In you, the power of the people, or you, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world and a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power. But they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed and with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite." And that is said by Charlie Chaplin himself. It's a great monologue, I think, because it was one of the first movies ever to tackle what was going on with Nazi Germany and what was happening. And I think it still relates today about the dictators that we have in society today. You could take that pretty much in any point in American history. It's about uniting as not just, as a nation or something, but in the love of brotherhood, that we should come together as one, as humans, and fight for the right for happiness. Don't be machines. Don't be controlled by these people. Men, fight for a right to live. Fight for that. And I think it's uniting uniting against self-destructing, and that's something I think that's very powerful. To turn against your own kind and fight for yourself, I think, is more powerful than anything else. And Matt can go ahead and share his movie, that speech.
I see why you wanted to go first.
It's a little long.
Well, mine is not that long, so it has that going for it. And that's about it. No. My speech is also to people who are being, what was the word you used? Enslaved. They're being mistreated, but it is not by flesh and blood. It is not by our fellow man. It is from another species. Another species from another world. Aliens, in fact. And so, at one point in the movie, they ask these aliens, what can we do? Surely there's a way we can find a common ground. What can we do? And the alien says, die. Like, that's all they want. Death, destruction. They want the whole planet to themselves. And for the most part, they do pretty good at that. In case you can't tell yet, I'm talking about Independence Day. Okay? So, human beings are fighting annihilation, extinction, genocide of the worst kind, I would say. The wiping out the human race, not just... Never mind. It's a terrible pun. So the president gets up. They're about to launch a counterstrike against the aliens, and everybody's scared. You can see it on their faces. You've already seen at this point how powerful these aliens are. They destroyed several landmarks. They've killed thousands of people. They've destroyed the White House, one of the most secure buildings in America. Everybody's scared at this point. So the president grabs a microphone in front of all these soldiers, all these pilots, and this is what he says. I love how he starts it. Good morning. Like, that's just a good... Anyways. Good morning. In less than an hour, aircraft from here will join others from around the world, and you will be launching the largest aerial battle in the history of mankind. Mankind. That word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interests. Perhaps it's fate that today is the 4th of July, and you will once again be fighting for our freedom, not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation. We're fighting for our right to live, to exist. And should we win the day, the 4th of July will no longer be known as an American holiday, but as the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly in the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today we celebrate our Independence Day. You can hold your applause till after, please. But the reason that I chose this speech is because this is not to just America. This is not to just one place. It's to the entire world. It's to all of us. Each and every one of us, including us. It inspires everybody. I've already mentioned the aliens are stronger. They have better technology. There's more of them. And they've already killed so many people. It would be reasonable for these people to just say, no, I'm just going to run and hide and wait for them to kill me, and I'm just going to spend time with my loved ones. But this speech, and this speech alone, rouses everyone to fight against insurmountable odds and take our world back from E.T.
From E.T. Okay, E.T. it is. All right.
I've one little joke. I have to just.
I was
throw
also
out
going to
there.
go with Marvin the Martian.
That would be even better, actually.
So when Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum were sitting in the mothership, and then they shot at the alien sitting there on the computer, did it say "ouch"? Or was it more of a scream? Like, what did it
It's a little bit of an ouch or a
copy?
squill.
Ouch. I think he said E.T. phone home.
That would make sense.
Oh, no. But, well, I think that I have the better movie speech because, although it's kind of easy, I think, to get behind, an alien attack, this speech is not just, it's not just a great movie speech. It can be used for so many other things, for so many groundbreaking things. And what Charlie Chaplin was doing whenever he was talking about this was he was making groundbreaking work with this stuff.
Groundbreaking stuff. It's great.
Groundbreaking stuff with this God, I hate you guys.
Try again.
But basically, he broke waters with all this and challenged what was the norm and how we would view World War II. And I think it's a better written speech. I think that it's said by a better actor. I think that it's more relatable to today. It has basically all the factors going for it that, other than just a big blockbuster movie, it is, in fact, a artful and very informative film, and it has something to say about society and where we are going to go, and how you could say this speech right now today, and people would totally get the message and would very much relate to today. And I think that's what makes it such a great speech, great movie speech. And it speaks volumes to what the humankind can be achieved of. And that Charlie Chaplin doesn't want to be an emperor.
My movie made Randy Quaid a hero. Cousin Eddie.
Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, enjoy your point.
Brendan, it's your call.
This is difficult because I can't say they're trying to get the same point across, but they are doing it's similar. It's along the same lines in a way, but they're completely two different movies. It is, one's in a complete different time era, and then the meaning behind each movie is definitely completely different from what it than the other. Jeez, someone's Mr. Popularity.
Yeah. If you guys didn't hear that, Matt's phone was going off sorry.
Someone has friends at this group of 3 people.
Guess what? It isn't me and Brayden.
Yeah, neither one of us have friends. So
I'm your friend.
my only 2 friends are sitting at this table. I have no one that will text me. I'm gonna have to go with the Independence Day speech.
What?
What?
That is the speech I'm gonna have to go with.
Okay.
That's the speech I'm gonna go with.
Okay. Fair enough. You are the judge. I will let it roll.
Would you care to elaborate? Or?
I will.
Win them off the air.
Yes, I will. I'm going to waste as much time as possible. No, like I said, when y'all asked if I wanted to hear the speech, clearly I heard the speech through the two of you. Y'all read them. But, like I said at the beginning, I was going to go off of, like, y'all arguments, the way y'all based y'all's arguments on how the thing was going to go. And y'all both argued it really well. I would have to say, though, like, I mean, what really got me and what won me over is the way, like, you were arguing for, this wasn't for, like, just our group of people. It was, like, for everyone. It was more of a rally cry towards the entire, like, population. So, that kind of, like, won me over in a way. I mean, and you made a comment about how this was kind of focused towards America and the other people that were kind of fighting against
I think
the Nazis. I mean, you did make a comment. Now, I'm not taking that, like, against you, which, I mean, I completely agree. But it was a difficult decision to make because it's in two different time eras. Like, this was... The Independence Day speech is definitely more of a hokey... Let's just have this inspirational thing.
This one only works in my movie. That works...
Well, I mean,
everywhere.
there are parts you can take from that movie, from that speech, that could work in other situations. Yeah, okay, you take the whole, like, alien factor away. It could work in other situations. You can't use it the entire speech. But I agree that the Charlie Chaplin speech could definitely work into almost any way possible. But
It's okay. It's okay. No sweat off my pro. No problem. All right, so our next fight is going to be our dumbest line, and since I went first last time, it is now Matt Parker's turn to go first.
All right. This line bothers me. This line, I was trying to say bugs me and bothers me, and it came out bothers.
Well, that's an okay thing because we know it.
Actually, bothers is not as dumb as the line that I have chosen. All right, and the main reason that this line bothers me and bugs me so much is because an obvious joke that would have made this line so much better. They had the opportunity to go for it and they didn't. Instead, you end up with this, and this is from X-Men, the very first one, the one that came out in 2000, I think.
Yes.
Either
2000 or 2001.
This is said by Halle Berry, the character of Storm, and it's
Good Storm. I like her.
She has the right look.
Yeah. She looks like
sometimes.
Yeah. Take it, buddy.
Anyways. So there's the scene where she's fighting against Toad, and she, uses her wind powers and tries to throw him over the edge, and he wraps his tongue around the rail. And so he's sitting there just hanging, kind of floating because the wind is still blowing him, but he's holding on. And she walks up to him, and she says this. You know what happens when a toad is struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else. And then she strikes him with lightning, and he dies. That is a stupid line in the first place. But they could have saved it. It had the potential to actually be a great line if they would have just said... You know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? They croak.
that would have been better.
That would have been so much better than any... So, the reason that is so disappointing to me is because it had the chance to be great, and they chose stupidity instead.
Okay. My line comes from a horrible movie, which you wouldn't expect this to happen in a type of movie, especially a Batman movie. But this pun is quite possibly the worst line ever. And when I say this, just imagine a certain Austria accent from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And just imagine the "ice to see you" line dropping while you're sitting there in theaters and you look and you know that you're watching garbage, but then that line reminds you, in fact, that you are watching garbage. And there is no way to, fix this line it's not like it doesn't have potential. It's just all over horrible writing, horrible characterization, and quite possibly was one of the reasons that Batman had to be rebooted again because of this movie, because of the atrocious lines. This line offends me by how bad its characterization of Mr. Freeze is. He is a great villain, and they turned him into a pun-happy little punk, and it angers me. I would much rather hear your line over than "I used to see you" and all that crap. So if I could never have had this movie made, that would have been better than ever hearing this line or ever getting the drinking game that comes along with watching this movie. Like, have you all heard the drinking game? It's like you take a shot for every like ice pun or something like that.
And then you have alcohol poisoning.
Yeah.
But just an interesting fact, George Clooney and the director of that movie apologized to the public for making that
as they should
atrocious movie. They even paid some people back because of it was.
They should.
It was so bad. Like I can't even describe how much I hate that movie.
I used to see.
Honestly, you could. The only way you could save that is like throw the Cookie Monster's voice into it, and it makes it somewhat funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's still a stupid line.
He's already a cartoon character in the movie anyway.
Really is.
Might as well be a Muppet.
I think. I guess since we can't really talk about this one too much, go ahead and give, I guess, your closing argument there. Ornament.
Man, you need to work on your legs.
Both of us.
I like how. I feel like I'm
Groundbreaking and
groundbreaking.
What was yours?
Bother.
Start doing.
It's funny that we're doing things about speeches and lines, and we cannot talk.
Yeah. Although when I was reading that speech, and I kept messing up.
No, my favorite thing is I just made a joke. Can't believe it's not Bother. Anyways, so closing statement from you, and then you can't even do a closing statement on Ice to See You. This is so bad.
All right. With Arnold Schwarzenegger, he in some of his good movies, he did have some corny one-liners, so you can kind of expect that. You can't. I mean, that's terrible. don't put that in a movie ever. But you kind of expect that. You expect better from Halle Berry. And really, I'm just repeating what I've already said. You know, it's disappointing. This line is disappointing because it had such potential. Halle Berry had such potential, and they just wasted it in this moment with this line.
This whole movie had potential, and this is just like the nail in the coffin of why this movie is so horrible.
He said you don't get a closing argument.
I would just like to point out, this line is atrocious.
Okay,
it ruined a franchise.
I'm just going to put it out there. The 1990s Batman movies were atrocious, and they ruined everything about Batman. The only savable character from that entire series would have been Jim Carrey's Riddler, just because it was weird enough that it could have possibly worked out. It was still horrible.
Yeah.
It was still horrible. Like, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
but
so bad.
Nice to see you.
Oh, I hate that. And I agree. All right, so I mean, yes, that I completely agree. I have forgotten all about that storm line because it was just so dumb. Made no sense whatsoever. Like, I don't know if the writer just started planning on writing a joke and then completely got distracted and then was like, okay, and then moved on to the next scene. Because I agree, they could have done something better with that. That was just poor writing on their part. And then I've made my stance clear on Batman.
So who wins, Braden? Dun, dun. I feel like we should definitely, like, if I can, just like put in the Jeopardy music, like while Braden's choosing.
Anytime someone chooses, because we take so long, because it's a hard choice to make. Alright, I'm going to give my reasoning after I say, but I'm going to have to go with Mr. Freeze. The only reason...
And it's hard to fight against.
It is, it really is. But the only reason is because Storm's line could have had... It has some potential that it could have been better. There's no way you can save Ice to See You. In no way possible.
Even if you change it to nice to see you, it still sounds stupid.
Well, and the thing that really bothers me about it is they ruined his entire character.
Yeah.
Like, Mr. Freeze is not some stupid cartoony character. He's like a brilliant scientist who his entire purpose is to save his wife. Now, they kind of got that down somewhat, but not enough.
He went to Pun
where,
Factory at the same time.
yeah, like they made him into a Joker type character when that's the exact opposite of what he is. It just like the stupid one-liners, like that's something you would expect from the Joker, but even then, like that would have been funny compared to Ice to See You. Oh my gosh!
Alright, so it is 1-1. So we will have a speed round. Yeah, we didn't have many questions for this one, so this will be a short one, hopefully.
Yeah.
Alright, so speed round goes as follows. We will have 30 seconds to choose an answer. After that, we will have 15 seconds each to retort why our answer is the best. So it is 1-1, so first one basically to get 2 points wins.
Well, no, we have 3 questions. Right?
I have 3 questions
It's
that I'm
best
going to
of
ask.
3.
It's best of 3, and whoever wins the entire thing.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, so
Should we keep score? Are you keeping score?
I got score.
Okay.
All right. So my first question is: name a movie that produced the most one-liners.
Terminator 2.
I don't even really understand the question.
So, like, think of a movie that has produced a lot of one-liners.
quotes?
Yeah, a lot of quotes that you would like say.
Super Troopers.
Okay.
All right.
Hasta la vista, I'll be back. Great one-liners. When he's getting his coat and all that, he's like, "I'll need that," and other stuff. I mean, it's basically all of his lines in that movie are basic, just straight cinema gold. And the relationship that he has, it makes those even better.
Super Troopers is a lesser-known movie. It's not nearly as famous or got enough as much publicity as Terminator 2, but every line in that movie will crack you up. I guarantee it. You know, you have Ramathorn who says that. Okay.
So sorry, you didn't have enough time to argue that.
I wish you guys could have seen that face in that moment. It was probably the...
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't jump across the table at me. I'm sorry, you ran out of time.
I knew it when I started talking. 15 seconds goes by so fast.
Yes.
Honestly, out of the 2 answers y'all gave, I'm kind of surprised, like...
I almost said the other guys, but...
The other guys produced a lot, but I'm surprised no one said Pulp Fiction.
Ooh, that's... Oh,
Like,
man.
now, again, a lot of those lines are not a whole lot, like,
Yeah,
family-friendly. You would not want to say them, but I mean, like, if you've seen the movie, which I know a lot of people have, it has produced a lot of lines, like, quotes. And another one that I thought of, which is, like, older, and, some people may not like it, but like a lot of the Mel Brooks stuff, like and Spaceballs is one thing that I thought of. Like, my favorite quote from that is Spaceballs 2: The Quest for More Money. Like,
Yeah.
that has so many different things, but based on the options that y'all gave,
That was hard. I couldn't come up with anything.
I'm gonna have to go on the Terminator on this one.
That's 2 points for Arnold Schwarzenegger. For those of you who are counting.
Yeah, it really is.
On the back of Arnold, I'm being carried right now.
All right. So my second question is Hollywood's best comedic, like comic, like their best comedian that they have. And now this is just in movies. Like I don't want y'all to use stand up because I don't.
Will Ferrell.
Oh come on, we just named somebody great.
Seth Rogen.
Okay.
Mel Brooks.
He's a director.
Hey. Okay.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay. All right, go.
Will Ferrell perfected the idea of sarcastic humor. He goes into childish humor. He can basically do it all. He can make family-friendly stuff. He can not make family-friendly stuff. Basically, all that he does attacks a stereotype and brings out something in white.
All right. Go.
Seth Rogen, you'd never expect him, but he shocks you with everything he does. He's done lots of kids movies. He was in Kung Fu Panda. He was in the Monsters vs. Aliens. He's just funny because he does what you don't expect.
I'll let that go. You can have that. That can count.
Well,
I had already said it though. So. Dang. Speed round is hard.
It is in my last question because we're going to have to go to it because I will pick Seth Rogen on that one.
Yes.
Because I will have to agree. I mean, Will Ferrell's done a lot of like kid movies, but man, a lot of his kid movies. The only one that I've ever really enjoyed would be Elf.
Lego movie?
I didn't like the Lego movie.
You didn't like the Lego?
Okay, he wasn't that funny though.
He was the villain though.
Yeah, I didn't find it to be that funny.
Megamind.
Yeah, I thought he was hilarious.
I've never seen Megamind.
Oh, he was pretty good in that.
I didn't see that one.
All right. Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Now, I'm gonna give y'all.
That was a good movie, actually, Megamind.
I'm gonna give y'all some extra time on this one.
Okay.
For y'all to sit there and think about it, because I was informed by your wife and your girlfriend that y'all both enjoy watching Parks and Rec.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's sweet.
Oh dear.
Jesus.
Do y'all have an idea of where this is going?
I don't know. I hope it's not.
Oh goodness.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
All right.
So my last question will be the best Ron Swanson line.
Oh.
I've given y'all 45 seconds, but if it gets close to it and y'all haven't thought of anything, I will give you more time.
Can we use our phones or no?
Here's my question. Can y'all really think of anything right now?
I have one.
You have one. Can you think of something? Can you think
yeah,
of something in this? Like I've got 45 seconds on.
I'll think of something.
And if it gets close to like 20 and you can't think of anything, I'll let you use your phone. But all right,
Oh,
ready?
Oh my
Go.
goodness.
While they're sitting there trying to figure out, I just wanted to inform you: everyone at this table enjoys Parks and Rec.
That's like,
Amy Poehler is hilarious with Nick Offerman
yeah, as Ron.
as Ron. It was great.
Cause, can it be like Ron Swanson moments also, or just like?
What do you mean by that? I don't know.
Just like he says something and then he does an action and it's really fun.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Since this is taking so long,
I got
like I'm gonna give
I've got
you
it.
more time.
You can
until
go.
Man, I've got two that I'm trying to decide between.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with the first one I came up with.
Okay.
Is it Eric?
Yeah.
You want to go first?
No,
or?
you came with yours first.
Okay. Give a man a fish and feed him for a day. But don't teach a man how to fish. He's a grown man, and fishing's not that hard.
Okay, all right. My moment That's where Ron discovers that he's sitting on the computer, and he's like, "People can track me through this?" And they're like, "Yeah, they can track you through this, Ron. You're on the grid." He's like, "I want to be off the grid." And you just see him walk over to the dumpster with his computer and dump his entire computer into the dumpster. And then he just stares at the camera.
All right. So I'm still going to do the 15 seconds for each of y'all to fight
Okay.
and argue your point.
Okay.
Oh man, I thought that was my time.
I mean, if y'all want, I can go off that if y'all want. If you feel like, I mean, because there's really not a lot to argue.
You can try and make one.
I mean, if you can't, that's fine.
I just hurt my funny bone. For those who heard that sound.
What was that?
Okay. I really like my moment for Ron Swanson because he's all about manliness. He's all about the outdoors, and him taking that classic quote of "Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime," and he just says, "Don't teach a man how to fish. It's easy." You know, and he loves... Okay.
In that one moment that Ron finds out that he's on the grid, he proves that he's such a manly man because he'll go away. He doesn't want to be around people. He just wants to be himself. And that's very authentic of Ron. And he throws away his computer. It makes it feel very fresh. And we don't see that many from characters. And it's hilarious comedy and one that spits it in the face of technology as we see it today.
And then he gets a typewriter after that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets a typewriter after that.
He starts just typing random words.
Oh, no. What
Or
is
am I
he?
thinking of two different things?
No, you're thinking of the right thing.
Yeah, because soon after that he gets that. But I'm just gonna throw out there the best Ron Swanson moment, in my opinion, is the episode where he takes the Pawnee Rangers out.
Oh,
And
my
he gives them a tarp and a can of beans. And, he has this giant, he has this pamphlet of what to do. And I think it didn't have many things on it, but he literally said something along the lines of, "I'm going to make you into men." And they just have two things to survive on, beans and a tarp. And it's like... Okay.
I just remember a really funny one is whenever he's talking about their honeymoon, and he's like, "Yeah, we would enjoy a nice dinner, 8 o'clock, drink a bottle of scotch," or he's like, "We'd eat dinner, drink a bottle or drink some scotch, have an hour of vigorous lovemaking, and be in bed by 8:30."
I know this was hard for the both of y'all, and I mean, I feel like if I'd have given y'all the chance to look up stuff on your phone, it would have been hilarious. I'm going to have to go with
Ron Swanson.
Ron Swanson on this one. No, I'm going to have to go with the off the grid.
Yes!
Swanson.
Yes!
It,
Yes!
I know that one was a lot more of a visual thing, but man,
It so fits with his character.
it fits with his character perfectly. Now, that's not taking away from your quote, which is exactly Ron Swanson. I mean, it's hilarious, but just watching that and him just freaking out about people knowing who he is, where he is, and everything. Because soon after that, he starts living in a camper somewhere and doesn't go home
He just
to his
disappears
wife.
on.
He's just gone.
today.
Can I say my other one before we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My other one was gonna be the episode where he was bowling against Tom, and Tom does granny style, and he bends over and he says, "Son, people can see you."
I really want to watch this show now.
Man, I laughed so many times when he said that. I had to rewind it.
I don't remember what episode it is, but do y'all remember the one where he's in his office and then for some reason he jumps up on his desk desk, pushes the panel above the ceiling over, grabs bacon, and then takes off running.
His ex-wife is there, or something like that, I think.
I don't remember, but he's trying to hide from someone, but that scene...
And he just, like, starts throwing stuff, like, under him.
he grabs
Tammy
the bacon
won.
and just
Tammy
starts
won, yeah.
running.
Tammy 1 was coming.
Oh, man.
Alright. Well, that's our episode for this podcast. Please check us out at our website at www.thefourthwall.co. You can check out more podcasts from us, and also you can check out some cool articles that we did, like the Best Of series, what would make Spider-Man 3 good, and other stuff like that. And you can also check out our videos, and please just subscribe, tell us what you think of the show, and we'd love to hear from you guys. Bye-bye.